Still gradually going up. Slowly going down. Stress is good. November 2022. I think we're into election season, aren't we? Helen Nguyen says, Mr. President, your analysts had enough time to study the data my men have gathered, and yesterday said that they are ready to report to their superior. I saw they had a 100 gigabyte flash drive stuffed with the data on the bastard who stole my money. Hope it helps you to identify the perpetrator. Leave the apprehension to us after you do. I'm not getting anything. Ollie came back. Vernon Schuchley says, Mr. President, your guy did a seamless job getting into the AC system and that so-called House of Horrors. Did you see Archie Whistler's furious tirade on Twitter about you melting all the exhibits in the home of America's greatest villain? The accusation spread across 12 tweets, but for the police, without any witnesses or evidence, it was all just groundless claims. The report on the incident put it down to a faulty AC system. Great job. I didn't get anything. I guess I maybe would have lost approval. Sarah Turner, Representative Society of the Protection for Animals, says, Mr. President, the document is A-OK. If you sign it, the number of stray cats and dogs in the United States will drop significantly. Sign it now or lobby for 1.5 million to get an extra 5.1%. That's a lot of money for that. I'll postpone it for now, and I might do it just to do that one thing that I needed 80%. Oh, we're at 82.1% anyways, so I'll keep it in my back pocket. Same with the regulate video games. Mr. President, your people did their job well and drafted a magnificent proposal. Now we can push back against the developers whose video games promote addiction. So that's 2.2 million for 6.1. Once again, quite a bit. Keep that in my back pocket too. Clint, you absolutely deserve a raise. If anyone deserves a raise, it's Clint. He's been working hard with us from the beginning. I should have gotten him elected. Oh. This weekend we'll see our midterm elections. Experts are predicting the narrowest of gaps between the two parties. That's what Joanna Rizzuto says. Berta says, a clandestine turkey fight club was found in the basement of the leader of the National Turkey Federation. Wait, this is coming back. The National Turkey Federation. You guys remember this from before? Was it Estava thought that there was some kind of like, not like a cult, but like some kind of like they were trying to make a bunch of money. I don't know. They were representative of some other government. I can't remember, but there's some crazy stuff going on in the building. The vigilant citizen who uncovered the crime was Mr. Toons's gardener. He says he lost his way to the restroom and heard the heartrending cries of the birds. The new NTF leader, Millie Sanderson, is hoping to regain the trust of America, but will she succeed? Archie Whistler says, since I left the prison, our so-called president shut me in. I've made a lot of friends in the Congress and the Senate. I get the feeling that most of them don't like our commander-in-chief any better than I do. This election will change nothing about that. Uh-oh. Honey, you must be anxious to hear the results of the midterm elections for Congress. I'll tell you about the districts we're interested in. I'll start with my favorite, Wanda. She outplayed Bobby Gates in experience, and with our help, she took votes away from his base. Consider her rejuvenated a dozen years. Woody Panetta took Chicago by a wide margin. Tony never told me how you managed it, but I'm sure you've got him by the balls. As expected, DeBaca won his Florida district. It's a good thing he's on our side. Dean May won the glorious state of Washington. You still have time to recruit him before the new session of Congress begins. Rich Buckwalter stayed on to represent his California congressional district. Not a bad ally you and Tony have found. That's for sure. We can use them. As for Texas, Nevada, and Georgia, they're probably going to need recounts in our districts. As soon as they announce the winners, I'll let you know right away. Is there anything I can do to make sure a candidates get elected? I can't remember where they were where they were from, to be honest. Solange Viardot. Mr. President, it's a pleasure to welcome such an enlightened man as yourself. Yes, I know much about you. Intrigued? I can't wait to talk to you. Please come to Paris and bring your wife. Darling, my cousin Basil... Oh, there's my very subtle English accent. My cousin Basil is in trouble. He disappeared a couple of days ago, but no one noticed anything was wrong. That happens to him a lot. Basil always liked to run away from home, go off on ride trains. Go off on train rides and do other things that made the police and his mother nervous. In his 30s, Basil not only roamed the land, but across a fair number of ladies' bedrooms. But look at the email I got today. Your brother is being held hostage. If you want him returned safe and sound, transfer 100 bitcoins to my wallet. Let's pray for your discretion. It would be a shame to ruin the face of such a handsome man. I'm sending you a parcel with his lovely locks. I'll send a new piece of sweet basil every week. CF dissection diagram and schedule attached. By Christmas, you should be able to piece together a complete set. And don't even think about going to the police. I see everything. I don't know what he got himself into, but this story better not make the front page. And paying is not an option. The kidnappers will just keep coming back for more, so please just deal with this nightmare quietly. Madam President, vindicate the Turkey Federation, bonus fund the best brother, evacuate the embassy, support the auto industry, 10 million, dove hunt. Holy shit. So much. Well, let's start with yeah, if we need to do these. Man, I've got a lot of stuff that I can sign. So I could sign this and then sign the other two to like balance it at some point. Also, I might want to like hire and fire some people. Like, Joe is getting a ridiculous amount of money. So 800,000 is what Joe's getting. And I could get Ben on board. It costs me 2 million plus 272,000 per month. It's a tough one. I guess I'll just keep going, and if need be, I'll hire these people on, because it's a lot of money to just hire them. Okay, Madam President. Mr. President, Madame First Lady, it is a pleasure to meet such distinguished guests. Amo adonai. But that's not French. Right? Is that... I mean, I speak French. Good evening. That's an unusual greeting in Europe. Hello, Madam President. Mr. President, Madame, you may act naturally with me. I assure you, I would never betray you to anyone. I've seen a lot of French comedies, and I know your humor is special, but it's much more interesting in real life. Wait, I get it. You're both pretending to be completely ignorant just to test me? Oh, how silly I must look. I don't get it. With all due respect, Mr. President, let's cut through the formalities. Oh, if no one minds, I'll have a look around the residence. You two talk business, politics, that sort of thing. Wow, what a beautiful parquet you have. And what's that in the room down over this way? I'll be back. Damn it, Ellie! Don't leave me alone with her! You have a beautiful wife. Yeah, she's a very direct person. I read that your members try to choose women without, shall we say, excessive intellectual value? I don't know what you're getting at.
Of course you do. Long have I prepared for this day. I have read the protocols of the Elders of Zion 3 times. You are secretive. May we rule from the shadows. May we stretch forth 100 hands like an Indian god, and every finger touch the spring. But just think, your order originated in France. Who better than the President of France to join your ranks? I could be useful to you.
You want to join the ranks of the reptilian Zionists?
Don't try to look stupider than you really are. I know you're a member of the Illuminati Zionist Order.
What more could you want? You're the president of an entire country.
You always want more. France is a piece of land and I'm a pig farmer on it. That's compared to what your organization offers. I desire the patronage of those with true power. I am aware that my membership requires investment, and if it means a direct line to Sapiens, I am willing to pay. During my initiation to put my membership fee on the sacrificial altar, you will accept me, won't you?
Perhaps.
You can't imagine how glad I am to hear that. How will we arrange it?
I'll discuss it with the elders.
Mr. President, I'll wait for a sign. Praise be to the wise men of Zion and their minions. May my eyes behold the radiance of Nibiru.
Forever and ever.
Oh, I have a headache. I'm sorry. You'll be escorted to the exit. Goodbye. Good day.
Uh-oh. Did we say the wrong thing? Maybe we said the wrong thing.
What was that?
Just forget everything you heard.
How can I just forget something like that? Is it just me or does the president of this whole country believe all that crazy world government crap?
She believes that you and I are members of the Zionist Order of Freemasons.
It's crazy. Europe is full of crazy people. I've got to tell Tony. He loves this kind of stuff.
Cowboy, can you give me your pen? Sure. Sir, Sophie tried to poison me. He put a killer dose of laxative in a tuna sandwich. I was on the toilet for almost 24 hours, dehydrated, and I might even have hemorrhoids. You're firing him, right? Firing her? No? Sir, that's a decision I'll never understand, but I'm going to try. Buddy, Ellie told me about this French woman who believes in some kind of order of the Illuminati? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Even kids know they were wiped out a long time ago by the corporate conspiracy.
Amo Adonai, Mr. President. How do you do? The world is in great turmoil right now. You and your friends must be busy. If you ever need a reliable cohort, just whistle. I know. I'm in too much of a hurry and it doesn't work that way. But could you at least put in a good word for me with your brothers?
Yes.
Oh, Mr. President, I will never forget this. The New World Order is coming. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Come on, baby. Get them all in.
Darling, new results are in from the states where the candidates were neck and neck, but the counts are still going on in some places where manual recounts are required. The results won't be officially announced until December. Mike Ribikoff put up a brave fight for his district, but fell just a little short. Oh well, if we just given him a little boost, he would have won for sure. Ken Verbitsky doesn't seem to be letting go of Nevada. Good thing we have his vote in our pocket. And my favorite, Berta Glover, ended up winning in Georgia, and that's a win for both of us.
So, like, what are we at for that, then? How do I check that again? I assume we're good? I guess we'll find out. I don't think... I don't have brains and brawn. Yeah, I don't have any brawn. Oh, the one thing I wanted to check out was the services. Famous Mediator owns a small... Oh, okay, so I can send these two to mediation if I want to. 3.3 million? I'll pass. What's to support the auto industry? Car manufacturers will only entrust their problems to someone who has the flair for business. Major companies are willing to make monthly payments to your foundation if you do something for them. I feel like I should be making way more money at this point. I'll definitely take another look at my administration before the next session. I maybe want to like up my sources of income, focus on that. I'll think about it. So we can't do vanishing the president. We can't do limit the drug traffic, right? You need a skilled technician and a couple of tough guys. So I guess we're just going to lose out on that. Vindicate the Turkey Confederation. Billy Sanderson, head of the National Turkey Federation. Mr. President, I'm relatively new to this post, but I intend to do everything I can to ensure the National Turkey Federation recovers its good name and restores its reputation. I mean to achieve that by smearing the reputation of turkeys. Where did the idea that these are sweet, harmless birds that need to be pitied come from anyway? I was raised on a farm and I know firsthand how aggressive these birds can be. If a turkey takes a dislike to you, it will follow you all the way to the White House in order to peck you somewhere tender. I want people to know that Humbert Tuntz never forced turkeys to fight. He simply gave them the freedom to display their natural aggression. To prove that, we're going to engineer a turkey attack on someone live on television. And not just on anyone, but on a White House member of staff. We have already selected the turkey for this role. It will be our Susan. She really hates men, especially if they wear glasses. Maybe we have someone suitable on the staff? I promise we'll pay all their medical expenses and a nice tidy sum on top of that. It's your time to shine, Joe. Yeah. Mr. President, Clint not only steals my food, when he calls, my signature tuna sandwich is poisonous slop. I won't tolerate this abuse anymore. It's either him or me. Is Clint fired? No. Mr. President, I didn't expect this from you. All the best. Fuck! Yeah. Okay. We lost the power broker. Troy? Spread propaganda. Who else doesn't have a position? Joe, right? Favors cost 5% less. You lose 0.2% ratings at the end of every month. Okay. Sucks. I might need to bring on another reporter sooner rather than later. We'll see how this goes. Get a diamond. Let's take a look at that. Christopher O'Brien, Rarity Hunter. Mr. President, I don't like to sing my own praises, but I'm quite well known among wealthy connoisseurs of valuable items. I managed to obtain many items for Mr. Feist, and it was he who recommended I bring my problem to you. A client... Oh, so you know where he is. A client recently mentioned that back since the time of the founding fathers, a rare diamond has been buried beneath a house in South Carolina. I can't be more specific about the location just yet. He's willing to pay very handsomely for it. There are a couple of problems. The first is the exact coordinates of where the diamond was buried have been lost. So the house and all its extensions will most probably have to be demolished. The other problem is that the house is a place of historic interest and it's located on state land. I have a proposition for you. I'll disclose the location of the house, and you get the diamond for a percentage of its sale price. I think we're going to require a very skilled expert on real estate and cultural property laws. Can you find the right person? Sasha or Clint? Let's go with Clint. Bonus fund. Tony is ready to discuss the investigation for the Australian Prime Minister. Okay, let's do that. Buddy, you're here. Great. Make yourself comfortable while I pour you a drink. It's a difficult task. Gotta respect the cutting. But you and I have been in this business a long time. Let's figure it out. Just give me a drink and let's get on with it. That's the spirit, buddy. It's a mountain to climb. Smooth, very smooth. Special from Rich Buckwalter's cellar. All right. I know. Enough chit chat. Let's talk about the clever fellow who has the Prime Minister scrambling for her bills. Start investigation. Oh, cool. We did this a while ago. There was something similar, right? We were investigating like who the mole was or something. Let's start with what we know already. The attack wasn't on Prime Minister Nguyen's personal account, but her welfare fund. Why was the Nguyen Foundation targeted specifically? Something personal? No, because it wasn't her, it was her foundation. Nguyen used the fund as their personal piggy bank? Yeah, that much is clear. Someone decided to punish Nguyen for embezzling the charity's funds. She mentioned that, right? But something doesn't add up. This happens all the time in politics. Most of the guys on their way out of Congress have gold bars coming out of their underpants. But the million came to you. Where's the motive in that? The thief donated money to the foundation and wanted a refund. Thought he was doing a good thing. Yeah, buddy, I've come to that same conclusion. Like the Aussie said, there's a naive idealist behind this, not a conniving thief. Thought he was doing a good thing, okay. I wonder if you get it wrong, do you have to choose again? Another thing that got me, according to the analysis on our hacker's darknet activity, he does his hacktivist stuff strictly from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We notice these things at the FBI. Spare time. That's what I thought at first, but lights out at 10? Something's not right, buddy. Something's not right. Okay. Limited internet access? Or computer, whatever. Yeah, buddy, that's it. And that's interesting. Turns out our nimble cyberbandit lives by a strict schedule. Well, I think we can guess who's hiding under Grandpa's obviously satirical nickname. What conclusion have you come to, my friend? It's obvious Grandpa is a woman. A silly and naive one. What? It's probably a patient in a mental institution. They're the only ones who believe in goodness, and they live by a schedule. Obvious Grandpa is some kind of school kid. Yeah. That's probably likely. I agree. Our noble thief is just a kid, calling himself Grandpa. The Joker thinks he's the smartest one here, but for pros like you and me, my friend, it's easy to figure him out. Oh, I wish we'd worked at the FBI together. We'd have been like Clive and Bobbert, the great superhero detectives. Dibs on Clive, ladies man. All right, buddy, I'm gonna check the list. The Australians gave us a list of 589 people of sufficient intelligence and programming talent for such a difficult job. But now the search is seriously narrowed down and we're close to a solution, all thanks to teamwork. Buddy, I checked the list. There's only one child prodigy in Australia capable of this level of hacking. Lachlan Cologne, a 16-year-old kid who at age 9 won Australia's most prestigious student cryptocurrency Olympiad and then disappeared off the radar. Aside from his achievements in math and programming, the school papers I found online say he was always picking fights, mostly against the bullies twice his age and size. Okay, this is bullshit. If he was a real hacker, he'd have 3, maybe 4, 5, 6 monitors, not just 2. Also, this has to be pushed over more, so he doesn't have to turn his head. He'd have to like turn his head or swivel too much to see that second monitor. There's There's no doubt about it. Lachlan is our noble cyber bully buster grandpa. Also, this is really bad posture for typing. I don't know about you, buddy, but I'm sorry we're putting the kid into Nguyen's hands. Lachlan did something naughty, and he deserves to be punished, but not the kind of punishment the Prime Minister has in mind for him. Just say the word and I'll arrange for an emergency evacuation. We can get Lachlan and his family to the United States before Nguyen can get to him. Or maybe we just tell her the investigation failed. What do we do, buddy? I guess we could get him on our side if we get him out. I don't really need a hacker, though. We already have two. There's no need for an international incident. Let the Australian government deal with Lachlan. I hear you, buddy. Sometimes I forget that America's interests always come first. Well, I'll go tell Nguyen about Lachlan, and I'll pray for him myself. Maybe that she'll give us some more cash. Sir, do you mind if I double check documents after you sign them? It's better to be safe than sorry. Okay. Michelle Curie, head of the International Committee for the Protection of Human Rights. Mr. President, while some states proclaim the value of empathy and human life, others, like Texas, are buying up cyanide gas for their executions. That's right, that's the same gas as prohibited by the ban on chemical weapons. I'm convinced that such things will have no place in the free world in 2022, especially at taxpayer expense. Will you drop an executive order prohibiting the use of cyanide gas in the United States? Is it used for other things? No? I don't know. Alfred Marino, head of the Genealogical Society. Mr. President, my great-grandmother, who was of Italian descent, would say, know your roots, know yourself. After 20 years of genealogical study, I managed to trace back 12 generations, and I've helped plenty of celebrities do the same, from Sarah Kochi to President Feist. Now, I'd like to trace your family tree. I'm sure we'll find at least one king, or at the very least a duke. Would you like to know more about yourself and your aunt? Yes, I do! This is probably going to come back to bite me, but I'm curious about this. Helen Nguyen. Mr. President, thank you for the information. As I expected, your American investigation was masterfully executed. Cheeky kid. That Lachlan doesn't know a damn thing about how things work in the real world, the poor bastard. He wanted to serve the public good, and he'll be doing just that. At the moment, he's working on recovering the data of a few lost cryptocurrency wallets. And the money from them is going to your charity. Ironically enough, Helen Nguyen always pays her bills. Pays her debts. That's the Game of Thrones quote. Always pays her debts. Anyways. Where's my cash? Give it to me. The best brother. Rescue Ellie's cousin from his captors. Can I please just get some muscle to hire? I can't do either of those. The best brother.